We'll start with a couple of questions, if you would like. And this is a great question. How often do you wake up early enough to do a show like this? And in capital letters, why?
Why? Let's answer the second part first. Because I have lost the will to live. The first part is that actually I don't have a problem at all getting up at this hour.
Well, we were wondering, because another question is, what was it like working with Trent Reznor? And none of us could imagine Trent Reznor getting up at this hour.
Trent is... I'm not too familiar, or intimate indeed, with his sleeping habits, but I understand he can raise himself whenever he wants. It's a well-known fact in the rock idiom. He's great to work with. In fact, he's just done a mix for me of the song "I'm Afraid of Americans," which is the next single. You laugh? These are practiced my craft for many years to come up with titles like that, and all you do is jest. "I'm Afraid of Americans" is the next single, and Trent Reznor remixed it.
Another question is my question. 50 years of age, you did a concert in Madison Square Garden on your birthday, played for a couple hours, some of the biggest names in the biz. Where do you get that kind of drive and energy? My uncle on his 50th birthday in San Jose drank a bottle of Carlo Rossi wine and passed out in the azalea bush. Where the hell, Uncle Henry, where the hell do you get this kind of energy that most people don't have at 30?
Well, there's a very interesting and long story attached to that, which has something to do with the passing of Mobutu, who is the despot that ran a small area of Africa, who had an incredibly long Christian name, which I will now tell you. I'm just going to put some glasses on. It's so long, you need prescription lenses.
Are you guys ready to rock and roll? Where's my damn glasses?
It's sort of a Buddy Holly thing, John.
Very nice.
Who is only 15 years of age, as you well know, when he had prescription lenses, I'm sure. Well, so Mobutu had the name Sese Seko Kuku Mbendu Wazabanga, which loosely translates into this is the Christian name he gave himself, the all-powerful warrior who, because of his endurance and inflexible will to win, will go from conquest to conquest, leaving fire in his wake. Owing to his departure, and he's just left the Christian, he left the Christian name in a small valise in the middle of the Congo, which happily I got my hands on. So I changed a couple of the original names to Bangu and Sexy, rather than Seku, which now translates into my new Christian name. I'm to be known now, from this point, as the all-powerful keeper of toads and woolen things, who, because of his huge gristly substance and droopy appendages, will go from bedroom to kitchenette, blowing fire from his charismatic orifice.
Hello.
And I find if I change my Christian name every year to something that is sort of full of portent and strength, then I can keep mounting these Madison Square Garden shows.
If you can keep your answers
in a manner of speaking, John.
I understand. If you can keep your answers a little simpler, we just lost most of our listeners in Hayward, so...
The people of Hayward are very dear to my heart. I'm sure that they're hanging on every word and looking most of them up in their
Exactly
thesaurus.
right. You've been to Hayward.
Well, while we're on the topic of...
I enjoy this kind of banter at fucking 7 in the morning. I really... It gives my system the kind of dynamite that one needs to exist in this crumbling and fragile world.
I can't remember the last time I heard Charismatic Orifice at 7:30 in the morning. This is another milestone.
They were a favourite band of mine in the 60s. The Charismatic Orifice used to work with David Allen's Gong.
But
one big fan.
Thought I'd made that one up. It's true. Gong were a fantastic band in the 60s.
Well, you did some stage work. You were fabulous, according to this particular person. This would be from Ken. And he loved you in The Elephant Man on Broadway and wondered if you
I
would
loved him in Elephant Man in Broadway as well. It's me and Ken.
Those rap parties.
Yeah, it started a whole tabloid sensation at the time.
Well, Ken wants to know if you'd ever
Me,
consider...
Ken and Barbie. It was the threesome of the 70s. Don't you remember it now? It all comes flooding back.
Well, Ken...
Sorry, your question.
Never mind.
I like your answers better than our questions. He wants to know if you'd ever consider another stage role, one of your own invention or a role that someone else wrote.
That was a really great play that came out of London, and it's the only thing I've ever been offered that I was even remotely interested in. Subsequently, I got musical offers, which revival of Brigadoon, I think, was one that came my way.
That's the shortest answer yet.
That's what you wanted, right?
No, it's simpler for our listeners in Hayward.
You have my tacit approval to continue with short questions.
Well, how about one more long but simple question, and then we'll get on to some music. I want to change electives because I got French and don't really enjoy learning French because I'm studying Latin on my own. The only way my mom is going to let me change electives is if David Bowie says I can. What do you think?
This is obviously from a monk from downtown, is it? Studying Latin on his own in his cloisters. Well, we're putting out an album of Christian music towards the end of the year, which I think will help him in his studies.
Lots of Amy Grant.
Yeah, with the bonus Buddhist B-sides.
You want to put these guys to work? You guys ready to play some songs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wait until your cigarettes got all the way to the end there. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Bowie. Mr. Reeves Gabriel.
This is a song that I'm sure you'll appreciate. It's a Virgin song from the Low album. It's never been performed before, so needless to say, we're going to do it now. It's called Always Crashing in the Same Car. Every chance that I take, I take it on the road. Kilometers and the red lights, never looking left or right. Always crashing in the same car. Jasmine, I saw you peeping as I put my foot down to the floor. Going round and round and round the hotel garage. Must have been touching close to 94. Always crashing in the same car. the sun, always crashing in the sinkhole. Thank you. This was a song that's partially written by President Clinton. It's about literacy. I can't read and I can't write down. I don't know a book from Countdown. I don't know which shadow gets me. All I've got is someone's face. Money goes to money heaven. Bodies go to body hell. I just cough and catch the chase. Switch the channel, watch the police cars. I can't reach it anymore. I just sit back and ignore. Oh, I just can't get it right. I just can't get it right. I can't reach it. I can't reach it. When you see a famous smile, no matter where you run your mile, to be right in that photograph. Andy, where's my 15 minutes? I can't reach it anymore. I just sit back and ignore. Can't get it right. I just can't get it right. I can't reach it. I can't reach it. Thank you.
Out in the audience, David Bowie, ladies and gentlemen. Reeves Gabrels. The new Live 105 morning show, live from Slim's. David, you'll be at the Warfield tonight, that's correct?
Yes, that's correct. Very.
And then again next week.
Several times, yeah. We just can't stop doing it.
David, someone wants to know, what's your favorite song to perform live?
Lord. No, I'm staying away from that one. He knows what I'm thinking, and it's not for the air. No.
Sniffing glue and...
But the second favourite song, probably the one that really, I guess, gets the audience off more than anything else, is The Laughing Gnome, which...
No, you and Reeves have been together for quite a while, right?
And it seems like a day too much.
I still haven't gotten the ring.
Oh. Flowers on major holidays, and that's about it, huh?
Never remembers.
Well, how did...
I cook dinner.
I have the memory of a small goldfish. Which, as you know, goldfish has a memory of about 3 seconds.
What?
Did you know that?
We do now.
What a cool club. What a cool club. What a cool... I'm sort of like that, really. It's amazing that I actually remember more than the title of the song that I'm about to sing at any given time.
And how did you two mooks hook up?
Mooks?
Did you call us mooks? What's a mook?
We're all still trying to figure it out. We got it on steel. No, was it art school? It always seems to be art school with you fellas.
We went to kindergarten.
He actually was, he was at art school while I was picking up my old age pension. He was at art school. I was at art school in Britain.
Actually picking up an old age pensioner.
At gunpoint. We met in 1987 when I was touring a Glass Spider tour, and his wife introduced us, and I heard his cassette, and this is the serious stuff, and he played really cool, and then we started working together, and then he said water, like scuba diving. And so we realized we had a lot in common. So needless to say, we started Tin Machine. And we've just written, and in fact, Reeves and I think this is the longest collaboration I've ever had with a musician.
Seems like it.
With a living musician, anyway. The one with Coltrane, of course, goes back decades, but...
And now here you are at Slim's in front of our fabulous Live 105 banner.
We played here. We played here
in 1990.
With Tin Machine,
yeah. He was the audience. I remember him very well indeed. But he moved around very fast, so you got the impression...
Someone asks, what are your feelings regarding the work of William S. Burroughs and, of course, his death?
Well, in a way, what he contributed to the way that many of us write in this part of the century will never leave us. So in spirit, he's here. I think Burroughs, along with James Joyce and Beckett, were the three mentors of the new writing style. I thought he was fantastic, wonderful. But a very bad shot with the gun.
Now, this could require some props. Dear Mr. Bowie, can you roll the crystal ball on your hand?
Or maybe not, said Reeves. He said, did you ever meet her? Sorry. I'm sorry, Laurie.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Laurie.
Someone wants to know. He's a poet, too. Someone wants to know if you...
Few would agree with you there, however...
Can you roll the crystal ball on your hand like you did in Labyrinth? Chris Erickson from Napa.
Those appendages, in fact, weren't mine. If I remember rightly, it was a trickster and would-be David Copperfield type person called Michael Molston, I believe, if my memory serves, if my goldfishian memory serves me, and I just stuck my arms behind my back, and his arms were slid under mine, and he did it. Oh.
It was a trick.
It was a film trick.
Well, you said.
So disillusioned now.
He was, in fact, a professional disillusionist. I had to go a long way for that one, didn't I?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
After the joke about the guy Burrow shooting his wife in the head, you had to go for a little pun to loosen things up.
Well,
I read
consistency in service. Yes, go on.
And since you are a cultured man of arts and letters, someone asked, what's the best book?
Usually 4 letters, unfortunately, but that's it's the way of the tabloids these days, isn't it?
Well, they want to know what's the best book that you have experienced lately or read.
I'm reading the Gunpowder Plot by Antonia Fraser and having some very good ideas.
Just let
It's
that...
the life and times of Guy Fawkes. I kid you not.
See, once you start
It's
with the
about
jokes...
blowing up the Houses of Parliament. It's 1605. Now, what on earth interest could it have to you whether the Houses of Parliament remain standing or fallen? Oh, really? It was a Catholic plot.
They could just be fans of gunpowder.
Just fans of gunpowder. Of course. The Gunpowder Club, yeah? Right, okay.
All right, let's, one more question. Maybe you can do another tune for us. This
Yeah.
person writes, I am the biggest Bowie fan in my age group, parentheses, age 16.
15 foot tall he is.
It could just be a diet.
He said, I stole my dad's albums out of the closet. I wanted to know if you were going to be in a second Labyrinth-type film sometime soon.
There's an interesting coincidence that I also came out of a closet. I was just sitting, I had to sit there. I led an entire hidden existence in a closet with a pile of albums. Presumably this is the same closet, because they did disappear one night, the albums. I never met his dad, though. His dad was obviously already out of the closet. So. What was the question, John? I'm sorry.
Never mind. Would you guys like to do another couple of tunes for us?
I'd fall off my chair with pleasure to do that very thing.
We may not be insured for that type of thing, so stay seated.
A couple? Don't push it.
David Bowie and Reeves Gabels, ladies and gentlemen, the Live 105 here at Slim's. David, please do. What's the word?
You want to do that way round? Huh? Leave them laughing, you're quite right.
Swivels his head, tears his eyes from the screen, as his past takes him back to Atlantic City. There's not even a demon in heaven or hell. Is it all just human disguise as I walk down the aisle? And I'm gone. But I know who's there when silhouettes fall. And I'm gone like I'm dancing on angels. And I'm gone through the crack in the past, like a dead man walking. Walking. Three old men dancing under the lamplight, shaking their sex and their bones like the boys that we were. An alienation and therapy, sliding naked and new, like some bad-tempered child on a rain-slick street. And I'm gone, like I'm dancing on angels. And I'm gone, through the crack in the past, like a dead man walking. Dead man walking. Dead man. Dead man. Dead man.
There you go, David. One more. Dave?
Gee,
Is that mine?
that was mine. That was more Dostoevsky than Ibsen, wasn't it? Don't mess with a pretentious Englishman. This is a tribute to Johnny Cash and I spent some time, as you probably know, in the joint together. It was a long time ago, and I'm sure we both feel very, pretty bitter and guilty about the things we did back then. But we did improve as musicians in there. This is a song that I taught Johnny. Unfortunately, he never actually recorded it or used it. So. But I think you'll see from this where he in fact got his style from.
She had a horror of rooms, she was tired, and can't be. When I looked in her eyes, they were blue, nobody home. She could have been a killer if she didn't walk the way she do. She opened strange doors we never close again. She began to wail, jealous a scream, waiting on the light, you know what I mean. Scary monsters, super creeps, keeps me running scared. Scary monsters, super creeps, keeps me running scared. Well, she asked me to stay, but I stole her room. She asked for my love, and I gave her a dangerous mind. Now she's stupid on the streets, and she can't socialize. Well, I love the little girl, and I love her till she dies. There was Jimmy's guitar sound, jealousy scream, waiting at the light, you know what I mean. Scary monsters, super creeps, keeps me running scared. Scary monsters, super creeps,